descending. Oh, you gotta hit the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Dig deep, feel the burn. I've got a calling, so I should learn. I heard a voice of this broken hymn saying, I'm not, this is who I am. I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher, 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 higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. We're going higher, 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 higher. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Reach out, reach out. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Reach out, reach out.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Giants going up against the Jaguars.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Again, it's Fournette spinning past him. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On second down, here's Fournette. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
All right, watch it now,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. It's caught by Moncrief. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 319. Back there. All right, here we go. Detroit. Detroit. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Fournette, a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Looking to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. He got 29 yards that time. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, and they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, heading towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Lambo will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had. Instead, second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. First carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Now, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And an update from the Circle City up in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go.
A handoff to Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
Back down, Philly. Here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
50.
On first down, it's Smith. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Second and 10, Smith again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Throwing on third down, Smith. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Here's a give to Fournette, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On 1st and 10, Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Malik Jackson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. Got some room at the 30, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, Smith. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas, and the Redskins there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Leonard Fournette. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Over the middle to Beckham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now Stewart on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
That's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the run.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Now let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. Fournette fighting through. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So the sack on first down there by the defense. And now it's second down. From the gun, here's Smith. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
In motion is Grant. To throw on second down is Smith. Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Smith. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. And it's the Bills that have added to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Smith to throw on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make the
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Back to throw, Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
3rd and long, it's Smith. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And taken at the 46. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Boom, 90.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And some room to work. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Single, slap. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Set. Boom, 90.
He'll drop to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Smith on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik Jackson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Smith looking to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second and 10. Smith again. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on third and long. Smith. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down following the run.
All right, here we go.
Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. This is Fournette. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having